Jeffrey, thank you so much for joining us here at the Kenya Wall Street today.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I'm the co-founder of Alpha JWC Ventures. We are early to growth stage venture capital focusing on Indonesia, but we also invest across Southeast Asia. So been doing this for about 9 years. So co-founded the firm back in 2015. Have 3 funds, total AUM of $650 million US.
Wow.
Been investing across the region in Southeast Asia. We have about 80 portfolio companies now, and 4 unicorns and counting.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, are there any particular subsectors you focus on investment or any of particular interest?
So we are sector agnostic, and I think I can also relate this to Africa because now this is my first time coming to Africa.
Welcome, Karibu.
Yes, thank you. And it's amazing to see what we can learn from what we invested in Southeast Asia to Africa. So we are sector agnostic because we are still in the early innings of the whole digital economy evolution. So in the early days, we believe that there's a lot of opportunities in every sectors, and each sectors is not deep enough for us for VC to focus on one particular sectors. So we believe that it's sector agnostic. We cover the region, Indonesia and the other neighboring countries. But we are really open-minded on any companies, any founders, and any ventures that really thinking about creating value, unlocking the potentials in the region.
Are there any similarities you've seen between the region you operate in and here in Africa and Kenya?
Yes. So one thing that really struck me is that Africa has 15 unicorns. This is based on the presentation that I attended. And Indonesia also have 15 unicorns. So I mean, Indonesia and Africa have the same number of unicorns. And then other than that, I will say that where we are going is pretty similar as well, with a couple of slight differences, of course. I think that the digital payment, especially in Kenya, is very developed compared to Southeast Asia, compared to Indonesia, and this actually can accelerate a lot of the growth for startups and also the technology companies, because payment is actually a really important building blocks for digital economy. But of course, there's some differences in terms of the spread of where the businesses are, GDP per capita, GDP growth. There's some differences there, but there's a lot of good things that we can learn from Southeast Asia and also from Africa.
Okay, do you think in the future you may look into investing in startups here on the continent?
With 70+% of young population in next decades, right? And then the population and then the growth in this continent, definitely. And also, this is what I think makes Kauffman special, is because without Kauffman Summit, I wouldn't be able to visit here. And not only visiting here, yes, I can come here for holiday and safari and all that, but more importantly is that connected with the whole ecosystem. So 1-2 days of summit, a lot of interesting discussions, presentations that gave a lot of good initial information that we need. Maybe not to act on it right away, but it gives us, food for thoughts. And then we will bring back this information home, think about it, and then maybe in the coming weeks, months, or even years, we will come back here again with the more concrete plans to invest in this region.
Okay, you answered my next question already, which is what you wanted to get out of this week.
Yeah.
Have you met anyone interesting this week? Anyone that has stood out to you?
I think the presentation from Shola, which is the founder of Paystack, is really interesting. The reason why is because understanding the macro is important. Like the population, GDP per capita, the growth and all that is important. But what's even more important, in my opinion, is to really meet with the founders, to really meet with the people that's actually making things happen, creating the values, right? So knowing and listening to these founders is actually a very, very important data points, which is very useful.
Okay, now I have a few personal questions for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
When you were first starting your career, what did you spend your first paycheck on?
So my first paycheck, I went to a good Chinese restaurant with my family, and then say to them, "Hey, I just got my first paycheck. Let me treat you for a meal.
Dinner's on me.
Dinner's on me." Yes,
Giving back to the people who got you to where
exactly.
you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you're working or going throughout the day, do you ever listen to music?
Yes.
What is your favorite genre?
That's a tough one because I used to play drum.
Okay.
I perform in a couple of events, so I'm really big into music. And actually, it depends on the mood. During the most stressful times, I listen to more the piano or the musical. If I want something that's a bit more exciting, and I'll go for pop rock.
Okay.
If things are getting more stressful again, maybe heavier rock. My favorite band is Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, nice.
Maroon 5. Yeah.
Good ones.
Yeah.
Good ones. Okay. Now, what is your favorite meal?
I love eating. My favorite meat is pork, and anything related to pork. One of my favorite dishes, a dish that my wife always cook whenever I crave for it. So it's a it's a simple crispy pork dish with an omelette on top. So it's a very classic food that we first ate it in during our college time in Melbourne.
Okay. Perfect. And last question for you. What is the craziest investment or anything you've ever spent money on?
So, as an early stage VC fund, there's a lot of crazy things that we did. One of the craziest, and I think it's a pretty good story, is when we first invested in Kopi Kenangan, which is a grab and go coffee chain in Indonesia. This was back in 2018, whereby investing in a more retail kind of concept, consumer is not that popular. And when we committed $8 million, and back then we were still a small fund, about $100 million, committing $8 million to a grab and go coffee chain. A lot of people are asking, Jeff, are you run out of investment ideas? Why are you investing in coffee chain? That proved to be one of the best investments that we've made, and then it's one of the unicorns in Indonesia now, and then they're actually doing well and expanding regional.
Congratulations. I think the lesson from that is don't be afraid to take risks, even if everyone else is, not with you on it.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah,
Jeffrey, thank you so much.
Thank you.